What's up, guys? It's Daz here, but you don't really care. As we've actually, we hit a, is it a record? I don't think it is, because I don't think we did like more than 9 stars last episode, but we did get into 4 galaxies. 4, yes, we did get into 4 galaxies, and for some reason I did them in the wrong order. I accidentally hit Green Star 2 instead of Green Star 1. I can hear it twinkling already, so... Wait, that was after... No, that might have been the one we just got. I'm not certain. Oh, there's the green star right there. No, that's a 1-up. Well, at least I got the colour right. Let's see. Well, can't go in first person, huh? Oh, I can hear it twinkling already. I guess it's above this. Yeah, it is. There you go. That's perfect explanation. And one more. Perfect. There you go. World record for fastest star found. You know what I'm starting to notice? I have a sheet of paper full of different conversation topics, right? I've managed to burn through a massive majority of them. Like, there's only a handful left, and I guess I was planning to do like 1 per video, but I ended up just sort of talking about multiple ones, and I'm running out of ideas. But don't worry, we'll be fine for now. I've still got a good chunk full of stuff, and I'm sure stuff will come up to my head eventually. So today, let's talk about games and suggestions, because well, I don't struggle a lot. It's more I want to just get some input from other people, and that is, you see what kind of games I'm into. You've seen a handful of my LPs and what I like. I like story-driven games that are generally, you know, like if they can be light-hearted, I like that. If they can be quite dark, that's also pretty good. If you can find a combination of both, that's even better. So, you know, with that sort of in mind, here's an idea. What sort of games would you recommend for me? Because there's a lot of games that I haven't gotten into. There's a lot of games I want to have gotten into, and I just never get around to doing it, mainly because I'm so busy doing YouTube, or watching YouTube, or doing schoolwork, but that doesn't count. But, you know, stuff like that. I don't, you know, like, I've probably heard, like, you know, really, there have been times where people have, like, suggested I LP a certain game, and I've never even heard of it before, you know? Like, I didn't know what Golden Sun was for the longest time. Still don't really. I mean, I guess it's an RPG, and it has that one really cool music with that one battle. Was it like an Isaac battle it was called? Or that might have been something else I picked up, but I just remember that because I heard Smooth Groove do an acapella of it, but oh well. You know, stuff like that. Like, what sort of games would you recommend that are really, like, got a really good, like, plot, really well story-driven? I'm also curious to see if I played Skyward Sword, would I like it or not? Because it's got the story-drivenness, it's got the sort of comical, light, you know, it's light, upbeat sort of scheme. I might like it, but then it's not very explorative, which I think is something else I quite like. I quite like collectible stuff. I quite like exploring a little. I think I like that. Although things like Banjo-Kazooie doesn't interest me that much, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the maybe it's the Nintendo 64 graphics really putting me off, but I don't know. Maybe I would have liked that. Same with like Donkey Kong Country, like this, or Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong Country 60. You can clearly see how much knowledge I have of that franchise. But yeah, oh well. Just interested to see, like, what kind of games would you suggest? Not just, you know, just, yeah. Because I'm curious to see what kind of games I would really like but might be missing out on. Like, another one I recently got into was, and I mentioned this a couple of videos ago, was chibi-robo. I never realized how similar that was to Pikmin. Like, you play as a small 4-inch thing, even though Oliver's not 4 inches, but still, like, you play as a small thing, you're collecting random little thingamajiggies from household objects, you know, stuff like that. There are other comparisons you can make to it, but I've completely forgotten what they were. But yeah, yeah, it's a game I say I want to get into, but I've already I watched an LP of it already, like all the way through already. That's what I spent my holidays doing. Yup. Actually, that's partially true, which is kind of a shame. And actually, looking at Chibi-Robo, there's a finished LP of that game seems so rare. I watched a guy named Jave, I think it's Jaev, but like, I've seen other smaller Let's Players, where, like, I've seen so many people start it, and, like, none of them have finished. Like, I'm subscribed to a lot of small Let's Players, and I've seen them start it, and I'm like, yeah, chibi-robo, I love this game. And then they don't finish it, and I don't know why. Like, some of them barely get like 3 episodes in and they've already given up, and I'm like, why? I'm confused. What's wrong with this game? Like, why can't you finish it? It's weird. Although the reason that got me into it recently was Stephen Plays, or Stephen George, I don't know what phrase I'm supposed to say, but he recently did a first 20 of Chibi-Robo, and I was like, oh wow, I remember this game. I'm gonna watch a full LP of it. And then I did. But, yeah, you know, I guess that's a potential LP in the future. Right, welcome to Snowy World. I remember a couple of gold stars? Green stars in this place. Well, I guess gold stars are power stars, huh? I don't remember where they all are. In fact, let me refresh my fire flower. Give me a moment, thank you. And then come down here. I don't know where that 1-up came from, but alright. And maybe it's here? No, that's a 1-up. Well, I got another 1-up. I'm not actually sure if there are any green stars here. Actually, I remember there's one in that icicle tunnel there. The icicle warp pipe, what have you. I can't hear any twinkling, so maybe we're alright. And I realised the one thing that the fire flower was actually for, I didn't use it for that. Jeez, Luigi, you having fun there? Sounds like you are. Yeah. Right, oh, there we go. Burn the... Wow, none of those hit Bowser? That's a shame. There we go. So, first green star. Up here. Get ready, cause... Bada-boom! Right there. I remember where all 3 are now, actually. It's sort of... My memory just suddenly came back to me. Also, wouldn't that hurt? Sliding down an icicle slide and then suddenly stopping in midair to float about for an animation. Oh well. Now then, let's continue. Nice and quick, actually. Jump right in as fast as we can. This is practically a speed run with all the long jumping I did. Even though I wasn't long jumping in the right direction, but still. Close enough. You know what I want to talk about now? I want to talk about Nintendo and their consoles and their, you know... What are they doing? The naming of their consoles is so bad a lot of the time, you know? Like, you got the GameCube. That's pretty easy, you know? Game, it's a cube. I like that name. And then they got the Wii. Alright. Bit of an awkward name, but alright. And then they go for Wii U. Which, like... It's not even like Nintendo as a whole. It's like their marketing team is like children. I don't know. It's so basic name choices that no one understands what the product is, which is like pretty much the first thing you'd want your product name to do. You want them to understand what it is. Calling it a Wii U is a horrible thing. And then it only gets worse with their handheld consoles where you've got, okay, you've got the DS. You got the DSi, which is a completely different one apparently, or, you know, whatever. Then you got DS Lite and all that fun stuff. Then you get to 3DS. That makes it pretty understandable. It's a DS in 3D, though I can understand how some people think that's the same console as well. And then they go into 3DS XL. That's understandable. 3DS extra large. And then they've got this new 3DS. Why? That's such a generic name that, I mean, I guess I can hear how that sounds like a new console, the new 3DS, but, it is a new console because it plays some games exclusively, and it's like Nintendo doesn't want to sell. It's like they just, I don't know, I'm dead again. It's like Nintendo doesn't try to do well. Like, it's almost like their marketing team is like secretly against Nintendo and is trying to ruin them from the inside, but some of their decisions they've been making is so crummy, you know? And it just feels like they're sort of trying to waste over their own fans. I mean, it doesn't help with like the whole company thing they got going on where like, yeah, they take all your money sort of thing from making a video about them, which is free advertising, but I don't know, it's really disheartening. Nintendo seems just so old-fashioned that it's just annoying. And I could have sworn the second star was there, but I didn't find it, so I'm gonna go and head for the third star, and I'll find the other one later, I guess. Oh, I burnt the snowball. Well, that's not good. But yeah, I don't know. Nintendo's a little bit iffy on my books now. I don't know what to think, you know? And like, I don't even know who to blame. Is it a general group of people? Like, is it the marketing team being weird? Or is it like supposed to be, is it like Iwata being a bit sort of like old-fashioned and stubborn? Like, I don't know who to blame, and it's a shame, because I want to blame somebody. Oh god. Oh, come on. I was right there. I pretty much landed on it. Oh well. Alright, let's do this again. This time with less fail. Spin the snowball for... Well, that span in the wrong direction. So let me spin the snowball. And again. Block up the hole. There we go. And he still was able to spawn out of it. That's cheating. Right. Oh, alright then. Let's hope we don't make the same mistake this time, shall we? Let's try not to make that mistake. And less faffing around with flying above it. Oh my god, I did it again. And he wouldn't throw any more fireballs. Oh, man. I've gone the wrong direction completely. Wow, wow, come on! I just tried it from the second platform. That was the only difference. I know where the star is. I'm literally dying to touch the star. Like, Oh, I touched it! That third one was definitely a touch. There we go. I don't know what all the kerfuffle was about, but there it is, I guess. But yeah, Nintendo confuses me. I don't know, like... I feel like I shouldn't be their fan. I should just be like their consumer. No, I don't know. Like, I want to like them, and I do like them, but they don't like me, and I don't like that. Guess that was the second green star, huh? Alright then. Ah, maybe the third green star was in a different mission. Yes, it is. I remember where it is now. But no, we're not going to fight off the big bad bot. It's just showing it off. Because what we needed to do is we need to get teleported to a whole nother area. That's how we get to the star. No wonder I got a little confused. So, roll along in our snowball boulder, which did the wrong thing. There we go. And, nope, that's not it. Never mind. Oh, it's over there. Nope, okay. Why? Where do we want to... Oh, yes, it's you have to get star chips. I remember now. Why? No, I do not remember why. Which one is it? There we go. Right, let's go for this. Oh, that one. Whoa, come on! I just wanted to roll up the thing. I was holding right and he went left because of the hill and then over the thingy. That's not fair. Also, this planet seems to be alive, or at least it almost looks like it because it's got a bunch of buttons, even though that's really just a series of pebbles, but still. And now you can see the green star is twinkling all the way down there. Also, I've been quiet for this galaxy, mainly because it's just so peaceful and nice. But anyway, the camera says go this way. And down here is a camera that doesn't focus. But yes, you now get on a starry thing here. I probably entered from the wrong way, but it doesn't matter to me. I want those 3 1-up. That's definitely not the wrong... I don't know what's going on. Okay. Forward that way. 1, 2, 3, and then we need the star, Luigi. Okay, that way. So here. Okay, okay. Hold on. Where are we? There. So just sort of that way a bit. There we go. That was very awkward. I entered the wrong way, and that was just horrible kerfuffle of stuff. 165. No more 64. But we do get 64 in the end of our star bits. So I guess that's something, huh? Do we have any more star bits here? Star bits. No, we don't. We have this, though. Let's go in it. We got like 5 minutes left. So, right into Haunty Hall's Galaxy. And while we're in the world of supernatural, let's go and talk about the complete opposite and talk about what is possibly possible, and that's technology. You can tell I'm getting to the end of these conversation topics, but here's an idea. So for a lot of my, one of the things I want to do is I want to get into writing, and I like, you know, I'd like to do film production in a way where I often write the scripts and the stories and the backgrounds and the scenarios around it. But a lot of times, the way I want to... Oh, that was poorly done. Very poorly done. The way I wanted to, the place I want to set a lot of my stories in, well, for one thing, they're all around the time periods. I've got some stuff that hundreds of years ago, some set before the time humanity even existed and the time before life came on Earth. Then there's some in present day, some in the 1900s, and then some in 2100s, 2200s, and then far, far off in the future. But here's an idea, because the thing is, the thing with a lot of my my stories are, a lot of times I'm theorizing the ideas around the time period, you know, how technology will be in 2167, or you know, whatever. Because I don't know. So here's a technological concept, and I want you to try and think about virtual reality. Let's start like that. So we've got Oculus Rifts and Microsoft HoloLens at the moment. Also, where is the second star? I can never find it. But we have that at the moment. Where do you think it's gonna go? How far do you think it's gonna go, and when do you think it will? Have a guess with decades or years or whatever. The way I see it at the moment is virtual reality is gonna start off as a helmet thing that you wear. We got the HoloLens and the Oculus Rift, which is just a massive helmet. And then what I think would be nice, or in a wishful thinking scenario, is virtual reality will hopefully be able to eventually develop enough so that our consciousness will be able to go into a virtual world or a virtual realm. Despite, you know, it's not just a matter of you see it while you're awake, it's a matter of it manifests inside your mind, so you're consciously there, in a sense. You're literally in the world. Consciously, if that makes sense. That's the next, well, not the next step, but a step eventually. And then after that, I think what will happen is to get into the consciousness, at first, I think maybe they'd be able to put it in a bed scenario. So you lie down, it takes you, you know, you become unconscious, whether it puts you to sleep or you go to sleep or whatever, and then it appears in your dreams or what have you. But then here's the next idea would be, we'll be able to make it more mobile, where it becomes an operation, an optional operation, or I don't know, something connected, where you can have either a chip put into your brain so that you can just sort of activate it at any time while you're asleep or whatever, or it could even be with nanotechnology, and we're all having little robots keeping our health good. Maybe it can also have a secondary a way so that you can program certain nanobots to connect you to a certain server, I guess, while you're asleep, or maybe while you're awake as well. I don't know how that would work though, if your consciousness is somewhere else, but it's an idea. What do you think will happen? Or just future technology in general? What do you think is going to be the next big invention? What do you think is going to be something that we're gonna in the age of 2015 are going to be wow, that's mind-blowing, but at the time it's going to be yeah, you know, we have a little tablet thing with a screen that shows us everything we'd ever want to know, and we use it to watch little cat videos and people playing other things that we can already play ourselves. You know, stuff like that. Tablets would probably blow the minds of people in the 1950s, but yeah, you know, what technology can you think of in the future that you think would be really mind-blowing to people, but, you know, or just, yeah, what do you think is the next big technology thing? Curious to know. I'm trying to think what other things to think about other than just technology, but I would look at my notes, but you see, I'm kind of trying not to fall into a pit of death On another note though, this star will probably be our last for today. And I'm not saying that as a death threat, even though we're surrounded by the dead. Yahoo! Oh, I hate this bit. Okay, please don't kill me with your dramatic Bowser music. Mac and mouths. I can't actually remember where this star is. It's probably somewhere obvious, and that's why I don't remember it, because it's not memorable. I don't know. I really should have... Oh, there, you see, there you go. Right at the beginning, like right at the front there. Nice and easy. That's gonna... Yeah, I thought it would kill me. Right. Oh, not gonna turn the camera around. Alright, then... Oh, maybe that was why. Don't bother me right now. I'm busy. There we go. Also, the whole place in the background disappeared for a moment. I think it was the moon that disappeared, actually. No, yeah, that was pretty much all I had for future thinking in the way of technology and in general. So anyway, that is our last video. No, that's our last star, 168. And so for now, might has been Daz. You didn't really care, and I will see you in a bit. Huh. The fire flower is surprisingly good at keeping you in the air. Who'd have thought? Huh, never knew there was a secret star island there. Nice. Easy to find and pretty easy to get. Ooh. That was not too bad. I thought it was going to be much harder than that. Oh, it's just above the normal star. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, oh, that's going to be where the trouble comes in. Hold on. Look. Get away. No, don't want a long jump, I want a backflip. There we go. Okay, wasn't too hard.